Hello, my friends. Welcome back to our 10-minute English challenge. Today, we enter a kingdom hidden behind ancient, towering trees. Long ago, a king wanted to prepare his son to be a great ruler. He knew that a leader must be wise, but more importantly, a leader must know how to listen. The king decided to send his son into the great forest alone for 1 year. "Go," the king said, "and tell me what you hear." After 1 year, the prince returned to the palace. He was proud and confident. The king sat on his throne and asked, "My son, what did you hear in the forest?" The prince smiled and said, "Father, I heard the roar of the lion, the song of the birds, the rustle of the leaves in the wind, and the sound of the rain hitting the ground." The king looked disappointed. "Go back," he said. "You have not heard enough." The prince was confused. He thought he had heard everything, but he obeyed his father and went back into the deep, dark woods. He sat under the same trees for days and weeks. He listened so hard his ears hurt. He heard the same lions, the same birds, and the same wind. He began to get angry. "What else is there?" he shouted at the trees. But the trees remained silent. Months passed. The prince stopped shouting. He stopped trying to catch the sounds. He simply sat still. He became as quiet as the moss on the rocks. One morning, as the sun began to rise through the mist, he heard something he had never noticed before. It wasn't a loud sound. It was a faint, delicate vibration in the air. He closed his eyes and breathed slowly. Suddenly, he could hear the sound of a flower opening its petals to the sun. He heard the sound of the grass drinking the morning dew. He heard the sound of a butterfly's wings beating against the air, so soft it was almost a feeling rather than a noise. He realized that the forest was never silent. It was full of secrets. The prince stayed for another 6 months, listening to the unheard sounds. He heard the sun warming the earth. He heard the trees talking to each other through their roots deep underground. He realized that the loud sounds are only the surface of life. To truly understand the forest and to truly understand people, you must listen to the things that are not said. When the prince returned the second time, he didn't speak immediately. He knelt before his father in silence. "Now," the king whispered, "what did you hear?" The prince replied, "I heard the sound of the bud opening, the sound of the earth breathing, and the sound of the light touching the leaves." The king smiled and embraced him. "Now," the king said, "you are ready to lead." My friends, as we move through this 10-minute challenge, I want you to think about your English. When you first started, you only heard the roar of the big words, the loud, easy sounds. But as you stay in this forest of English with me, you are starting to hear the small things, the subtle grammar, the soft intonation, and the feeling behind the sentences. Most people fail to learn English because their own minds are too noisy. They are always talking to themselves. "I don't understand. This is too fast. I'm making mistakes." This internal noise is like the roar of the lion in the forest. It stops you from hearing the unheard sounds of the language. To learn, you must first become quiet. This 10-minute challenge is your great forest. By staying here, you are training your brain to ignore the loud distractions of the world and focus on the delicate, vibration of the language. Immersion is not just about being surrounded by English. It is about being quiet enough to let the English enter your heart. Every time you understand a new idiom or a complex sentence, a flower is opening in your mind. It is a small, quiet victory. You don't need to shout about it. Just acknowledge it and keep listening. These small moments of understanding are the true signs of progress. They are the roots of your future fluency. A great leader, like the prince, listens to what people don't say. When you speak English with someone, don't just listen to their words. Listen to their eyes, their pauses, and their emotions. This is the highest level of communication. When you can hear the heart of another person through a different language, you have achieved true mastery. The prince had to wait months before he heard the grass drinking the dew. You must be patient with your own ears. Your brain needs time to tune in to the frequency of English. Don't be angry if you don't hear everything today. The forest is patient, and you must be patient, too. The sounds are there. You just need to be quiet enough to receive them. As we approach the final minutes of today's challenge, feel the stillness in your own body. You are sitting in the great forest of knowledge right now. You are not rushing. You are not fighting. You are simply present. This stillness is your power in this state. Your brain absorbs information 10 times faster than when you are stressed or hurried. English, like nature, has its own rhythm. It has its own seasons of growth and its own quiet corners. By listening to these stories, you are becoming a part of that rhythm. You are no longer a visitor in the forest of English. You are becoming one of the trees. You belong here. This language is your home. Look at the clock. You have been focusing over than 7 minutes. Many people give up after 2. You have the discipline of a prince. You are proving to yourself that you are capable of deep, sustained effort. This focus will change your life, not just your English. A person who can listen for 10 minutes can learn anything in the world. Think about that phrase, hearing the light. It seems impossible, doesn't it? But it means perceiving the most subtle truths. In your studies, you will soon hear the light. You will understand things intuitively. You won't need to translate in your head. The meaning will simply appear, as natural as the sun rising over the trees. As you finish this video, don't immediately jump into a loud world. Carry a bit of this forest silence with you. Go through your day listening for the quiet things. Listen to the wind, listen to your own breathing, and listen to the soft sounds of the people round you. The prince eventually became a king, and he was loved by everyone in the land. Why? Because he didn't just rule with laws. He ruled with his ears. He listened to the smallest voices in his kingdom, the farmers, the children, and even the animals. You are building your own kingdom of skills right now. By listening to these long stories, you are ensuring that your future will be built on wisdom and understanding, not just noise and speed. You are earning your crown, one focused minute at a time. You have achieved something truly beautiful today. You are at the edge of conquering the 4th 10-minute challenge. You have sat through 20 chapters of deep, thoughtful immersion. Think about the energy in your mind right now. Your ears are sharper, your mind is calmer, and your heart is fuller. You are not the same person who started this video nearly 11 minutes ago. You have proven that you can be present in a world that is always trying to pull you away. Sometimes we feel like we aren't moving forward because we can't see the results immediately. But remember the trees in the forest. They grow slowly, in silence, every single day. Their roots go deeper into the earth while their branches reach for the sun. Your English is exactly like those trees. Even in this moment, as you listen to my voice, your brain is making connections that you cannot see. The unheard progress is often the most powerful growth of all. Trust the silent growth happening inside you right now. Fluency is not a destination. It is a frequency. It is a way of being. When you stop fighting the language and start flowing with it, you have found the frequency. Today, by staying for the full duration of this challenge, you have tuned your mind to the frequency of a native speaker's rhythm. You are becoming comfortable with the long pauses, the soft endings of words, and the music of the sentences. This comfort is the secret doorway to speaking without fear. In our next episode, we will continue this journey into the heart of wisdom. But for now, take a very deep breath. Feel the peace of the forest inside your own chest. You are learning to live in total harmony with a new language. And that harmony is the highest form of human communication. You are doing a magnificent job, truly, a magnificent job. The unheard sounds of English are now becoming your own sounds. When you turn off this video, the story doesn't end. The echo of these words will stay in your mind. This is how deep learning works. The vocabulary and the feelings we shared today will vibrate in your subconscious. They will become part of your thoughts. Carry this echo with you as you go about your day. Let it remind you that you are capable of great focus and even greater achievements. Congratulations! You have officially completed the 4th 10-minute English challenge. This was a true test of your deep listening skills, and you passed with excellence. You have sat through 25 chapters of wisdom. Go out into your day with the quiet, powerful ears of a prince. Like, subscribe, and share this journey with those who need a moment of peace. I am so incredibly proud of your silence and your strength today. I will see you in the next 10-minute journey, my friends.